guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Most recently, you are out here in the ocean, sailing along as you try to find ways to return the Shintaran Grove back to its original glory. And to do so, you need political power. You did visit the Shinozen Protectorate, where you've managed to make friends with the Protectorate and gain their support. Not only politically, but in the form of the flagship and the marriage of the military leader of the Protectorate, Romos Manigath, to Islarin Shunazath. As you now have the flagship as your primary mode of transport, the Manigath's might sails, and we are going northwards to round the bend of the continent to make your way towards the homeland of Ayla Taylor. But along the way, we have to find out what you guys would like to do at sea.
So how far are we out from this next port of call, and are we still going there?
Please roll your navigation check, which is based off of survival, sir. With a 29, you're able to determine that you are approximately 3 days away from Kesu, which is where you decided you were headed to.
Hey guys, we're 3 days away from Kesu. Is this still our destination?
One job on this ship.
I think so. Eowyn, you still want me to open up these letters, right?
Yeah, I think it's best.
What I do is cover the glare.
It's okay. I got instructions on how to do it properly. I already knew how, but it was confirmed. So it's going to be okay. And she looks at Eowyn and says, I think that we've got some work to do.
Segeos and friend left already. So, I know at the end of last session. What's that?
Vagrodan.
Not Tegeos, Vagadan.
Oh, Vagadan.
Yep, Vagrodan.
Vagrodan.
Vagrodan, the 3 mile long dragon.
3 mile long, two-headed monstrosity from ancient times has been reborn thanks to the Spirits and Fellowship and their incantation of resurrection.
And also, you're the heir to the sire of the Acolyte's master, Vagrodan. Yeah, that's a whole thing that we still need to unwrap.
Did they? So, I'm assuming they left since we sort of started without kind of dealing with that.
Yes,
I know at the end of last session we were, yeah.
After Twilight's Call, decided to dismiss them.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't come back to get us, kind of like silencing people.
No.
I mean, really, who silences a monologue?
Great, I've got envelopes to open. So, Eowyn, shall we go?
Moving right along.
It's not like you
I'm
get
still
bought
wondering about that. Why would you silence that?
Wait, did Eowyn just ask Covet why she would silence Twilight's Call? Are you sick? You need to go to the hospital. What have you done with the real Eowyn? And are they safe?
We need proof of life.
We need proof of life.
I would like to thank
Will
all
a
the...
picture of my cat be enough proof of life?
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll take that.
That's a good one, yep. That's a good proof of life.
So, long story short, trying to stop what I thought was a spell being cast, and it didn't happen. So it ended up being a monologue, and the whole reason why somebody was kidnapped to begin with was quieted out. So that's what happened. But envelopes ready for
Resulting in the
envelopes.
death of Bloodsword. That won't come back to bite you guys at all.
Not at all. Envelope. Aowen, as she
As
kind
Covet
of
deflects.
going that direction.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Aowen, would you like to open the envelopes?
Yeah, I think they were in my room last.
Okay. So, we have the envelope for Kesu, and we have the other envelope for far off to the west. Which one would you like to open first?
Aowen, we're doing this in the just before we get started. I'm just going ahead and saying we're gonna do this like in my little alchemy area on the top of the ship kind of situation where the wind is away from us and everybody. Like it's like pushing away. Like if anything should pop open, it's gonna go downwind, and it's away, and it's pushing everything away from the ship and everybody, and maybe have some unconscious fish later.
Covet, you have been
here's some of
granted
this.
inspiration from the Twitch chat.
Twilight hears some of this and beckons Covet over.
Hold on, Aowen.
Once she approaches, Twilight's going to caress her cheek and cast performance enhancements on his wife.
Yeah, that's not self-serving whatsoever.
He's concerned.
That's valid. You want her to perform at the top of her capacity.
Especially with what she's getting ready to deal with.
Right.
She looks at.
Less on them both.
Thank
Okay.
you. And she looks at Miss Lauren and says, "Stay upwind and have some fire blooms ready." And she gives her two out of her own pocket.
Lauren nods and steps out of the way.
Hey, does anyone want to make a pool as to how many sleeping fish we're going to find in the ocean?
A fish pool.
I will tell you very few because they're going to get eaten.
Yeah, probably.
It's called a buffet.
Dun, 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 dun.
Will the
Was I the
predators that
impression
eat
the
them
Jaws
also
theme?
fall asleep?
It was the Jaws theme, yes.
You need to improve on that. Sorry.
Thank you.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. That was, wow.
That's
The burn
ballsy.
was strong.
Zing!
Harsh. People are in rare form this morning. Goodness.
Calling out the GM
Sorry.
that just holds your life in the balance. I mean, come on, really?
Mhm.
I love the Jaws movies, so I was a bit offended. It's oppression.
Wow. Okay, so I take the letter from Aowen that is for, what is it, Kestu? The first one?
Kesu?
There
Yep.
we go. I figured that we'd start with that one since that one's only 3 days away. And she takes her blade and looks at Aowen and says, "Just for precaution, while I'm dealing with the powder itself, hold your breath. After and I'll tell you when." And she pours a saucer with water in it And she looks at Aowen and says, "Okay, hold your breath." And she pierces the envelope and pours the powder into the saucer that's got the water in it.
Okay. I need a sleight of hand check, please, to make sure that you don't spill it. And we're only shooting for a 10, because you're just pouring powder into water. Does any of it get out and blow?
Okay, so I've got a 12 and
You're good.
plus whatever bless and
Awesome. So the water turns green with the powder that looks like green tea that fills it and begins to swirl around.
okay. With that, she takes the envelope and dampens it. Not soaking wet, but enough that if there's any of that powder still in there, it's going to, stick to the
Sure.
paper.
Of course.
So she dampens it, and then takes her blade and puts it under the wax, and and slides the blade under the wax,
Okay.
not damaging the wax.
Sure.
And then she opens the envelope
Mhm.
and asks Awen, "Do you want me to read this to you, or is this okay? Or do you want to read it?"
I think I'll read it.
Okay. So
Okay, she hands it over.
we're just going to hand this to Aowen alone. That's fine. All right. So Aowen, in your journal, up the top of Roll20, you'll see the journal. In there, you'll find Mr. Verm, letter 1. Were you able to find that?
Hold on, I had to refresh the image broke. Oh, I didn't know about the journal. That's cool.
Yep. So in there, you will find Mr. Verm, letter 1. No, we're not going to show the letter to the Twitch chat unless Aowen decides to share. Nice try. This is called privacy, that we're allowing Aowen to have a little bit of exclusivity in their knowledge, unless they choose to share.
I will say, though, Covet is watching Aowen like a hawk, just because of the powder.
Aowen is currently reading the letter. What would Mr. Shakik al-Nazr be doing while the letter is being read? Would you be up the top in the Kiki's nest once again?
Yeah, I mean, I probably will go up to the Kiki's nest and watch from up there. Generally speaking, I would like to, keep my eye on the horizon, but with all that's going on the ship, I think I'll just watch from there and hope not to get caught up in any of the breeze if the powder was to start to blow.
Understood. What would Ayla Taylor be doing at this moment?
Ayla's definitely standing upwind, watching this thing. Because I'm intensely curious about what's going on here.
Sure. It's Lauren Shonazath. What would you be doing?
Also standing upwind.
Okay.
Probably waiting right beside Ayla, keeping an eye on them, being prepared to rush in. It either collapses and holding on to the 2 petals of fire bloom that Covet handed to her.
That's when you realize that you could have tied them to the ship. That would have probably been a good idea. Twilight, are you driving the ship?
Evidently. And singing the song.
Which song are you singing?
Sloop John B.
Okay. Eowyn,
Colette,
what are you... Oh, you're going to talk to Covet. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
put the letter back in the envelope.
Are we still delivering it? I think we should. Messing with.
Put the letter back in the envelope.
Okay. Put the letter back in the envelope.
How do we turn it back to powder?
Okay, I will. It's going to take some time because I didn't put a lot of water in the saucer, but enough just to catch the powder. It's going to take some time for that water to evaporate, so it'll be in a cake, and then I can put the cake of powder into the envelope. So, and once that happens, I'm going to need you here for mending, or whoever does mending. I know somebody does mending.
I'll hold on to the envelope until that's done. When it's powder again, call me.
Are we still delivering this? I think we should. The house's flowers is nothing you want to mess with. I've been warned by several people.
Although it is against my morals, I think it's best.
Understood. So we'll deliver both the letters. Do you still want to see what's in the other?
I don't think that's necessary anymore.
Okay. So when everything is evaporated, when the water is evaporated and the powder is cake, I'll be able to put it back into the envelope with the letter. So
It's going to take at least a day for that to take place.
okay.
Until it's done, I'll hold on to both envelopes for now.
Sounds fair. I trust you.
Is there something you can put over the saucer so that as the powder begins to dry, that whatever's on the surface is not picked up and carried away?
I look at my my alchemy set that I have, and usually in one of those there's a bell
Sure.
dome, and she's gonna take the bell dome and place it over the saucer.
Very well.
Very good.
Cool. So, you guys have isolated the powder, allowing it to evaporate. Have found out what the letters contain. At least one of them. And only one person knows what's in there. If only they shared the knowledge. The rest of you will just have to wallow in the ignorance of the mystery.
But I trust my teammates.
I understand you trust your teammate, and I'm glad you do, because it is fun to let these secrets be secrets. So, as the mood lightens and no one has fallen unconscious, you guys are free to continue sailing.
Can I learn more? Can I work on my language lesson with Kiki?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Can I get your intelligence checks?
I mean, can we just assume that I got a nat 20? Because I
We
figure I probably
cannot.
would.
Like, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but that's not how this works.
This is just a straight intelligence check. Right?
Yes, please.
Okay, I got a 10.
Okay, so neither of you learned anything from each other today.
I told you, a nat 20 right there.
Tough languages. Wow.
I mean, really, that kind of tracks. And yeah,
Yeah, this Sylvan is not as easy as I thought it was going to be.
It's all the tongue emotions involved. Your Aarakocra mouth doesn't quite get around the letters easily.
Apparently not.
same thing with primordial. It's really hard to deal with the enunciation.
It's very guttural.
Yeah, it sure is. And pronouncing every single letter, oh my goodness, no halfsies.
No
None of the
slurring your
letters are
words.
silent?
No, it's like that language. I don't know, what is it called? A friend of mine said it once. German.
Sounds kind of like Minotaur.
Don't make me make that canon.
I was going to say, they're probably not far off.
I will be very upset if that goes canon.
I won't.
Emma sent you a note.
Awesome. You are complete with that?
Yep. I think there's a third book.
There is. However, do you have that book?
I thought I had all three.
I didn't think you had the third one. I thought you only had the two.
Okay.
I believe that you got the two and were looking for the third.
Maybe you can write the third.
I guess I'll need to go and visit the library once we get to the port of call.
Don't do it after everyone goes in, because there may still be some of that powder floating around.
So I need to go in first.
Right.
Also.
You go in first and leave before Aowen goes in.
That is assuming that the librarian opens the letter immediately.
While we're studying, I'm going to tell Covet about my dream, about the darkness coming over the waves.
Okay.
Covet, what do you think of that? Like it just looked like something was coming for us. I thought maybe it was just a bad dream, like maybe I'd eaten something bad. But when I woke up, everything was normal. But then right after that is when those folks showed up, like Vagradan and his friend.
That is most disturbing.
Do you think those are connected?
They could be. It really could be. I don't like that. I have a question I can send and get some information from a friend. Maybe he knows. Do you ever hear the friend Tay? He's from another group. He was supposed to go to Shamsara.
I think we met him once in Raiport, right? Didn't we? I can't remember if that was. Yeah, that was Indy, right? Yeah.
It was Raiport or
Nausha.
I think it's Nausha. I think it's Nausha. Yeah. Yeah, we met with him before. He's kind of become family in a sense. So, let me send him a message and see what he knows, and then we'll
All
go
right.
from there.
All right.
I have suspicions, but it is what it is right now. So, give me a few minutes, and hopefully I'll hear something back soon.
Amazing.
And so she looks at him and kind of smiles and says, "This is going to be a little weird." And she pulls out the book that Leslie gave her.
Mhm.
It's the Xerox book because I cannot say that word for
Zoreth
nothing.
Zaf.
That one.
You can say Xerox, but you can't say Xerox backwards. Understood.
Nope, absolutely not. But I can sing in all sorts of languages, but that, nope, I can't even say that
Nope.
forwards, backwards. Nope, 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 nope. So she pulls out the book from her. She goes down. She leaves his side for a few minutes and comes back with the book. And she says, "Well, let me ask the question." And she writes a note to Tay.
What does the note
Explaining.
say?
Okay. She asked Tay. The note says, "Brother, the shadows. Have you heard of them coming through dreams? Are they warnings, or are they actual attacks? If you have heard of them coming through dreams." And she signs it, "Your sister." And then she looks at Kiki, smiles, and kind of blushes a little bit because she's done spells in front of him before, but this one's just a little odd because it's not the traditional what he's seen her do. And she says, "We ba we ha whoosh hash."
And with a
And
shimmer, the book lights up and then fades.
she looks at him and says, "Now we wait."
Okay. So that went to him?
Yep, it sure did. This is a direct connection.
Right. Okay, well then, let's find out. You think he'll know?
He might, but if he doesn't, I think I know somebody who would, or he knows of people who would. So we've got options, we've got resources. We'll find out.
All right.
But I would say that I've had nightmares like that, and they turned out to be a little bit more real than I wanted. And she thinks of Absinthe.
As you look down at the flask that contains your little friend, it shudders a little bit as Absinthe writhes in agony and boredom inside of the confined space.
With that, she puts her hand on the flask and kind of strokes it with her thumb a little bit, and it's like, "Soon, my friend, soon. I just want you to be just you. No add-ons."
That's a special feature we'll use in another place in time.
Yeah. So, As you await the message back from your contact, the book shakes. And I'm going to send this over to Coat Von Sin.
Can you do that through Discord because I'm doing that, or not? Never mind. Okay, I hear.
Does that work?
Yeah, it works. And she sighs and is like, okay, well, he does not have the answer for us. However, I know somebody who might. I just have to wait till tonight or tomorrow morning to be able to talk to them.
All right. I think it's worth waiting for. This could be, I mean, maybe I don't think it's urgent. It doesn't feel urgent, but it does seem very weird that those things are connected.
Agreed. And now that it's happening to you, I don't like this. So it's one thing if it's just me, but it's not just me anymore. So yeah, I just want to make sure it's nothing more than a dream, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was just a dream, but maybe not. Yeah, it does seem awfully strange. I'll be glad to find out what your friends can tell us.
Me too. I just hope it's not an actual attack.
Me
But
too.
possibly.
Okay. So, as the shadow of the ominous magic passes over you guys can continue sailing.
DM, I sent you another note.
Okay.
Just for the record, the player is loving all of these little puzzles,
I'm
but
glad.
sad that she no longer has a murder wall.
Aw, too bad. If only you had a bedroom that you could work on that in.
I know.
I am getting the finger from a certain individual.
Oh, I wonder who it was.
Yeah.
It made great wallpaper. I'm just saying.
Great wallpaper, dead in the noise. It was great. Twilight, as you let's hear who's from what happened. Twilight, negative. You would not have gotten anything from that. Those are not associated.
Was just wondering whether or not there would have been any type of feeling indicator or some other type of inclination.
There's a visual connection, and there might be some familiarity, but they're not actually associated events or directly correlated sources. Cool. So by this
once
go ahead.
Once I get relieved at the helm by Romos, I do want to use the legend one.
Okay. As you are relieved by Romos around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, after all, you do like driving the ship. What legend lore would you like to investigate? Twilight's Call.
The secret lore that has never been widely known about Vagradan.
Okay. So You get to describe a person, place, or object. And this brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. And you're looking for the secret lore if possible. All right. We can do that. We can do that. Get this for you because I forgot to set this up. Yes, Aowen.
I was wondering if I could read more of the book I borrowed.
Okay. This is the book that you borrowed from Mr. Verm, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. You're going to read several more stories about the various dragons of the world. It's entertaining, and the stories are quite intense. They discuss a variety of them. Primarily, Kydron Skybreaker is the one that would be referenced in the chapters you're reading today. Now, as Twilight's Call is missing from his chair, we'll go deep into the lore so that he has to... Oh, damn.
Okay, I'll have my pen ready.
So, Twilight's Call, you cast legend lore looking for the secret knowledge that might be related to Vagradan. The secret knowledge is that long ago, Vagradan was created by a council of fae, fiends, undead, and creatures from far beyond the realms. Evil creatures looking to stop the great gold dragon Amaria Rosie. They were led by an individual known as Doldrin Shadowscar. We'll put his image on the screen here. And if this is blurry, just zoom out and back in, and it will clear up. Doldrin was a very powerful spellcaster, both as a sorcerer and a wizard. He specialized in powerful rituals that bound various creatures together to form monsters. Vagradan himself is constructed of thousands of various creatures and has resistances to nearly everything and immunities to nearly everything else. It's said that the original Vagradan was slain by a sword called Star Shatterer. The person who wielded it was slain in the attempt and the success of killing Vagradan from above as they leapt from a mountain onto its passing form. The resulting explosion destroyed the mountain, and Vagradan lay dead in the countryside of Shu for hundreds, if not thousands of years. His two skulls facing each other across a path, covered in runes etched there by Doldrin Shadowscar himself. Until a member of the Church of MKL came along and decided to read the runes. Upon the first reading, they were compelled to complete the incantation and return Vagradan to the skies once alive to terrorize and ravage all of Toivoa. At the end of the incantation, the countryside was torn apart as the body of Vagradan ripped itself from the surface, upending hills and mountains for a distance of 3 miles, reaching all the way to the coastline. Now Vagradan roams Toivoa without a leader, as Doldrin Shadowscar is missing. And without the guidance of its master, Vagrodan has gone rogue. What its purposes are at this point is a mystery. And that's what you're going to get from your legend lore.
That's quite a lot.
Huh.
Quite a lot to digest. Would any of this trigger any type of legends or tales or otherwise that Twilight would have heard over the years?
Interesting. Let's roll a history check. Let's find out.
I can help if he wants it because I am proficient in history.
I can add my proficiency bonus to my history check.
Cool.
So 22.
With a 22, you will recall being in bed in the Shintaran Grove and seeing a black dragonborn enter the house through the window. You saw him come up to the guards with an appointment. As he approached, they showed deference to him, bowing deeply at the waist. He wouldn't acknowledge them, and simply walked past them through the door. Now that you've seen Doldrin Shadowscar in your mind, you make that connection that Doldrin Shadowscar visited your family long ago.
While getting hit upside the head with 2x4.
Well, I do my best.
Find out tomorrow when we do Legend Lore on Indulgent Shadow Stuff.
Is this the first time we've heard that name?
Yes.
I thought so.
So Twilight's going to have to figure out the relationship between Knight's Call and Doldrin's Shadow Scar.
For the record, as a GM, this is why I love an interconnected world. Just saying.
Like, all of the connections for the player, not Covet, but the player, it's just like, ha!
Yeah. Don't you wish you had that murder wall again?
It's happening in the library as soon as I can get better.
No.
What are you saying? You don't go in there. That's my room.
Well, eventually, once Covet links back up with Twilight will relay all of this to his dutiful wife.
Cool. Yep. That's the wrong button. Cool. So, Covet, after you've placed the green fluid away and waiting for it to dehydrate, which, you know, won't really work underneath one of those domes, but
I have it where I would have had it where it would have been slightly lifted to let air move through, but not enough to cause it to stir. Does that make sense?
It does.
And the sun shining through the glass of that dome will just heat everything up in there, and it should evaporate quickly.
Sure. Cool. So, Twilight is going to... whatever.
Uh-uh.
That's the new couple's name, Twilight.
Twilight, yes, it's the quiet version of Twilight when he's trying to be demure.
Dustin, going on the quote wall.
Quaaludes.
What was that, Eowyn?
Going on the quote wall.
Going on the quote wall.
Quiet Twilight. I think that's not existent. Or not more on.
I think he'll exist in a few minutes. Just saying. Yeah.
That's not quiet either.
So Twilight's call reaches out to his wife, Covet von Sin, as she is done with her task at the moment.
Hello, love. Thanks for all the help earlier.
Just concerned for your well-being.
Of course, and she gives him a kiss on the cheek. So, what's up?
Twilight will relay everything he got from Legend Lore and his history check of remembrance coming out of his time as a child in Chansardo.
So, let me get this straight. And she's pacing as she's trying to think this through, because I'm certain that they've probably gone down to their berth to talk about this. So she's pacing their quarters. She's trying to figure out, who, with the member of the Church of MKL, would anything like that ring a bell for her in history and stuff like that with the way that she had grown up? Like hearing stories of that?
Let's find
The way
out.
the dice birds are, there's probably somebody from the consortium.
Probably, but would she have heard anything?
Let's roll
What
your
would I
history
roll for that?
check. After all, we need the dice to tell us the story. What is your history
Can I
check?
cast guidance? Can I cast guidance on myself before I do it?
Yes, you can.
Or I can give that to you if you like.
Either way.
So with guidance, you have a D4 on top of whatever you roll.
Okay, so rolling now. $15 plus D4.
Mm-hmm. So with a 19, Covet, you're trying to make connections between the Church of Imkale and Vagrodan himself, correct?
Correct. What brought him, who is the person that potentially could have brought them back?
Oh, well, that's easy. That's Cecilia Evangeline Credence II.
Oh my God, what a name.
Evangeline Credence II.
Does she like beignets?
She does like beignets, actually. I do know that for a fact.
Beignets are actually the best. I've had them before.
Yeah, they are really
I
good.
love them.
When they're
Yeah,
done
they're
well.
fantastic.
And you guys can thank one of the Monday night group who no longer plays at the moment for the name, because this was a former player character.
Bring it back and run. I see how it is.
Basically. Now,
That name rings a bell.
here's the fun part. Covet, you also know that Cecilia Evangeline Credence I is the leader of the Church of MKL.
Yeah.
So there's definitely got to be some connection there, doesn't there?
So
I would,
Sure feels that way.
yeah, I would think so.
Covet would know that both the first and the second are actually enemies of Twilight.
Yep.
Why are they enemies of Twilight?
Because they are the radicals that are up on that island.
I'm
They're
just
the ones
jumping
that
through the
invaded
hoop.
Norcia.
I'm just running through the hoop of you declaring why. But that's valid. So, Covet, do you bring this up to your husband?
Well, of course I do.
Of course. Because that's going to keep him calm.
I know. But she tells him in a way that with time, vengeance will come. It's just something that we have to be patient with.
Now, Twilight, here's the fun thing. You are faced with a dilemma. The people who worked to resurrect the project that your father was involved in are now your enemies. Your father, and you would know this for certain, would do anything to protect the Shintaran Grove from infiltration or danger. The only reason he would be involved in this would be because he believed that Vagradan would serve that purpose, to protect the Shintaran Grove. So the question becomes, are they truly your enemies? Or are they allies?
So I also got from the legend lore that it wasn't because they wished to raise Vagardan, but they were compelled to because of what they read.
You may take that as you will.
Almost as if it was a written command spell.
Almost. Out of character.
Really powerful
Precisely.
suggestion.
It was a written command spell. And the command word was read. Yeah.
So for this 3-mile snake to lose its purpose, it almost needs to be pushed back towards its original intent.
Indeed.
But how did it get to the material plane if it was created in the Pharaoh?
Oh,
First.
if only you had another legend lore available for that.
Who's second?
Hello.
Darn.
Hello.
Hello? Are you saying that you would like to cast this spell, Miss Covet von Sin?
Yeah, for this time around, yeah, I haven't used it in a while, so my
Aw.
husband is needing help with this, so I'm going to help.
Such a supportive wife.
I try.
So, what object or person or place would you like to cast legend lore upon?
And this is where out of character just because the way things are currently, Twilight, what specifically did you want me to do with this? Because I know this is something that you want me to get into.
It was more of how did Vagrodan, that's a lot of letters and a consonant, get to the material plane from the Pharaoh?
Okay.
good question.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. So she cast legend lore, and she's wanting to find out how Vagrodan got to the material plane from the Fey realms.
Of course, no problem. I do need to go ahead and pull up a bit of information on my end, because I didn't expect you guys to go into this topic today. But it'll take me just a moment, because I need to get certain names. And names are very important that I get correct. So, where, there they are. There are the names. So, long ago, when Duldrin's Shadowscar was in a city in Shu, he was working with one of the dragons there, one of the ground dwellers, who decided to rebel against the Sky People and the rule of Emeria Rosi over the skies of Toivoa. In his efforts, Duldrin gathered energies and materials from various planes in order to forge an egg. This egg was powerful, corrupted, black, and with a swirling shell. It required a touch of goodness. And in their efforts to solve a problem caused by Duldrin's Shadowscar long ago, a plague of slime that was crawling and causing shapeshifters to take places of their hosts, Duldrin manipulated 6 adventurers to visit a city where they took the egg and they placed their hands upon the egg and infused the egg with their intelligence, their wisdom, their strength, and their knowledge. The names of these adventurers were Alwyn, Argy, Arlen, Hollister, Holly McCready, Lila Rolte, and Solomon Dracon.
Uh-oh.
Well, in the group,
I recognize one of those names.
I
So
recognize all of them.
so I'm just going to put this out there. Shiza.
For those who did not watch the Legends Are Born campaign, there you go. Now you know what legend was born.
That's the one word of primordial she knows.
She says the one word of primordials.
Yeah.
So primordial is now officially German. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Oh, great.
You said it.
Yep. Shiza. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know that much about German, but I'm going to propose that each of the various dialects also map to a specific German dialect.
Oh, that'd be
and
so much fun.
I picked
Oh God.
I picked these. So if
God
things don't make sense,
damn it.
correct me.
Oh,
I'm
man.
really gonna cry now. Do you know how many dialects in German there really are? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I mean, are you know,
And
if
there
we're
are
going to go that
dialects within
far,
dialects.
I know.
Wait,
I
I mean,
mean,
I bet within Primordial, like there's also dialects within dialects. Like, would Aquan speakers of the Protectorate speak the same Aquan as speakers in the Southern Sea? You know, who's
no,
to say?
they would not,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't understand each other because that's the way it is in German. Seriously, it's high Aquan and low Aquan. That's what it is. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, I would imagine among the flying species, it would be the same.
Mm-hmm. So those are the names of the people who manipulated and enhanced the creation of Doldrin Shadowscar into what is known as Vagrodan. So you can thank some of our regular players for the creation of a world-ending dragon.
We didn't mean to.
It wasn't her fault.
Say, except you're welcome.
It's
Very good.
so going, and she turns and lets him know all of this, and she says, "Okay, Doldrin is somebody that obviously has apparently a past with you, and a past with your father, a past with Vagradan, obviously. But this is the thing that gets me, Twilight. His Vagradan's acolyte said that you're the heir to the sire of her master, right?" So
So then, what's my relationship with Draldrin Shuttlestar?
So my question is, are you his heir?
Unless there's a promise that was made to my father.
That's terrifying, because if Doldrin was the one that controlled Vagradan and you're his heir, then you could potentially control Vagradan.
I don't even know where to begin on how to bring that to fruition.
I'm not saying that that's correct, but
you've seen I have a way with animals, primarily of the reptile genasi.
well, I would say you lean more towards, you gravitate towards the reptilian.
I wonder if I could put a saddle on you.
I'm not going to ask that question.
I mean, I know
Can you
that.
imagine the stories that would be written if I rode Vagradan into battle?
Oh my gosh. So,
But of all the ones that you've met, that's the one that you most probably could do that with, because your father was involved in its creation. Woo!
I mean, holy.
This is between COVID and I down here in our little.
I know, but I had to put in my 2 cents.
I mean,
Hello? Did we lose her? Kevin? Can you guys hear me? Oh, I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect. Apparently my connection is broken.
So,
Sorry. My connection to
Sorry.
Discord broke.
Okay, so just for your GM, I asked Twilight where he got the egg, where and and I'm tacking on what does the egg, what, and if it had an egg, if she had an egg, what did it look like? And he said that Therona didn't come from an egg, and I'm like, you say I have problems.
Tyrona was summoned.
Therona was summoned,
Absolutely.
so like a familiar then.
A spirit that is absolutely majestic.
Well, she is majestic. I'll give her that. But
By the way, where is she?
On the deck.
but
In her spot.
but Vagradan.
Right. Is not a spirit.
No.
It's a
And
creation.
the thing is, how did Doldrin control Vagradan?
I don't know.
So many questions. And she pulls out her notebook and she starts writing down all these questions right and left. Because she's just like, I've got to figure this out. This is wild.
Would any of this be in Shu that we could potentially research on once we visit to the library?
Yeah. We're just going to have to make sure that Eowyn holds off delivering that letter until we're done
Or
researching.
Eowyn wreaks havoc across the land of Shu?
Yeah, pretty much.
And last thing we need is Eowyn going on a killing spree. Because if the flames aren't already hard enough to control.
Well, I'm sorry, out of character. Why would I do that?
I think they were just making sure you were listening.
I am listening.
I know.
Close doors.
These walls are apparently very thin.
We're all standing outside your door.
Everyone's just like,
Hey, it's your turn at the keyhole.
You know, we could really find out if they're really thin.
how are you going to do that, Twilight?
Testing the noise amplification.
The noise amplification. How does that work?
It is using thaumaturgy.
Understood. So as you do the equivalent of sonar in the ship.
All I hear is this Lauren going, "Stop blowing holes in my ship!"
All right. So you have a ton of lore to digest. Most of it is private, technically, but would you share this with your crew? Or are the two of you being secretive and conspiratorial?
That is something
Hello,
that.
what was in the letter that you opened up?
What did you say?
What was in the letter that you opened up?
I let Eowyn read it, but they agreed that it needed to be delivered as
But
planned.
you don't know what was in it.
No.
They didn't tell you?
No. But
Right.
they're wanting to hold on to it until the powder is cake form, which I do need to go back and check on that.
They didn't share any information with you?
No, and I wasn't going to push. They said that it needed to be delivered, so it's going to be delivered.
Secrets? More
Yeah, speaking of secrets, is this going to be a secret between the two of us with the whole Bagradan Doldrin thing, or you potentially being some sort of heir? Or are we going to tell our group?
all speculation right now, isn't it? Do we have any confirmation?
Well, we'll find out as much as we can in the next port of call at the library, but
It's just amazing that I own so many ports.
you're so funny, babe. And she gives him a kiss on the cheek.
Until we know for sure what's going on, I don't think we need to be spreading hearsay.
I wasn't going to tell anybody, but again, it's not my story to tell. This is your family, your history. I'm not going to say anything I shouldn't.
And once it becomes legend, it will spread across the cosmos.
That sounds about right. Just make my hair look good.
Of course, never a doubt. And I think that's all of that particular conversation.
Awesome. So, as the night comes closer, because sunset is approaching, is there any last thing you guys would like to do today before going to bed for the evening?
I'd like to knock on Aowen's door.
Okay. Knock, knock, knock.
I'll open it, of course.
You find Islarin there. Islarin, are you dressed in armor or are you in clothes? How are you dressed at the moment?
Dressed in armor.
Okay.
Ever since he dealt with the... Well, actually, just in general on the ship, she wears her armor because we often encounter things.
Sure.
Am I being arrested? That was my
No.
attempt at humor.
It flies directly over Islarin's head.
She's not Drax, because he would have caught it.
Yeah, her dex is a +0. But with a stony expression on her face, Islarin will ask, "You changed your mind?"
Unfortunately, yes. Well,
May I ask why?
from what I read in the letter, it doesn't seem to be an active threat. More so directed towards one person, which is people I've been delivering to. And although, of course, it's way against my morals, I knew I wouldn't have accepted letters in the first place. I believe it's also for the safety of our party.
This is a test for you, in some form or another. Safety can be illusory at times. I do not know, and it is not my place to ask what is in the letters unless you wish to elaborate. But, well, we need not look very far to find an example of one who, when asked to do one thing, who complied, was then asked to do more, and more, and more.
start
Just
kind of
saying that
cringe.
hurt. That hurt a lot. I'm just saying.
If only she could hear this conversation. Oh wait, thin walls.
Yep, very thin walls. I heard that. That's thin walls, and it hurt.
I wasn't aware how thin these walls were.
Miss
Maybe
Lauren needs to get her money back on the soundproofing.
Does Ralmos know?
Does Rolmos know? Covet, the powder is not
Excellent question.
quite dry yet. It is still in the process of caking.
Please continue. Sorry.
we talk somewhere more private.
I think they're in your room.
I think we were in the door, but I can like enter and you can close the door behind me. That works.
I just really worry someone else will hear. I don't want to send everyone else into a panic.
Understandably.
Okay. So are you going into his room alone, Islaren?
Married woman.
I'm like, stop.
If anyone invites me in, then yes.
Would you invite her in, Eowyn?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, you
What is on your
come into
mind?
Eowyn's quarters, yes?
And Ramos is at the helm.
Anyways, once the doors closed, they will turn to face his barn and just take that. I only read one of the letters, and upon reading it, I found the person that letters delivering to is also an assassin.
Really?
Unfortunately, yes. Which led me to believe that our librarian is part of that as well.
Do you think he is attempting to eliminate competition or communicate an associate?
It appeared to be a warning since they had failed. At the Whitethorn Port, they is where they failed.
So a reprimand of a subordinate? Is interesting.
And if this is a more warning, more like a threat because of the failure, I do wonder if the assassin at the extortion was part of this.
I think that is a worthwhile lead to investigate. It's right under our nose the whole time. Who knows what his agenda is? What he could be seeking? In my books, the two most positive things that he has going for him that he sought friendship with you, and that he at least seems to be inimical to the Josozai.
I really am unsure what to do.
Understandably, this is not an easy position to be put in. Tell me, if you were not afraid of any kind of reprisal, you were not worried about the physical consequences and only about the moral one, what would you do?
I wouldn't deliver these letters. If anything, I would leave keep them as evidence.
All right.
But I know how dangerous the House of Flowers can be, and I don't want to put our party in danger. Not again, at least.
Right. I've always held the belief that rather than starting from a place of fear and working outward, start from a place of courage and work inward. My instinct would be not to try to balance the threat of the House of Flowers with the desire to do what is right, but to begin with the course of action that would be right and determine how to mitigate those consequences. You almost brought something up that, well, I don't know for sure if it will be of assistance, but you may wish to speak with him.
Well, when I think about it, the people I'm delivering to, they're assassins as well.
Yes?
I mean, how many people have they killed?
That is an excellent question. Of course, they could have killed none. They could have killed many. I would ask the classic question of, well, there are many who deserve death, and also many who deserve life, and ask if you could bring life to those that died, except that I believe that it is the case that you, in fact, can. Nevertheless, in my view, the burden of proof would be on those telling you that this would be right when it starts from a place that already conflicts with your morals.
I'm,
But regardless, oh, go ahead.
I'm just so lost on what to do. I don't want to hurt
You know,
anyone. Even if they don't stay wrong, there's certainly more justified ways to handle it.
exactly. Hold on to that. The path may not be clear now. It may not be clear ever. But as long as you hold on to that belief, as long as you act on your convictions and your courage, I trust that you will find the best path forward that you can. There's no such thing as perfection. There's our best today, and our best tomorrow. We can only hope that our best tomorrow will be better than our best today.
My plan in the first place was to move the powder and deliver the letters anyways. I explain.
I think that would be a clever solution. After all, did Verm tell you to deliver the powder or just the letters?
He didn't even mention the powder. He only told me to deliver them letters,
Precisely.
and that they were just harmless letters to librarians. New books. The powder wasn't mentioned. The threat wasn't
New
mentioned.
books.
No assassins were mentioned.
You think that perhaps he is educating these assassins on this powder?
Sorry, can you repeat yourself?
He said he was sending the assassins, the librarians, instructions on new books. Do you think perhaps he is educating them on the use of this powder?
No.
Okay.
I still have the letter.
Would you like to share the letter with Islarin?
It's Lauren. If I share this letter with you, will you keep the promise not to tell the others?
Takes a deep breath, thinks about it for a second. Yes, I will make that promise.
Thank you. Anyone will give the letter to us, Lauren.
Great. Islarin, you can now see Mr. Verm letter 1 in your handouts in the journal. As she takes the parchment and begins to read through it, I'm assuming that she reads it very carefully.
And she's looking for the meaning in every word, every metaphor, every reference.
if only I could share this with the rest of the people. They would be also equally concerned.
As much as I love lore, I still respect people's privacy. So if they don't want to share it, they don't have to share it.
No, I think it's awesome. I love the fact that this is in the position that we're at. I also love that we now have, for at least a little while, a new player driving Twilight's Call.
Instructions are happening.
I'm learning.
Fortunately, Twilight's Call is distracted at the moment, and we have faded to black upon him, so we don't need too much instruction as to what Twilight's Call is doing at the moment.
Guys, welcome. This new player who's driving the avatar known as Twilight's Call is my dad. Welcome. It's probably going to explain a lot.
It'll be fun. Tharn, are you almost done reading that?
Yes, I will nod with understanding at Aowen. Say, I see why this complicates things. Still,
Sorry, what'd you say? I have a cat.
is that
wanting
I
my
see why.
attention.
Is that I see why this complicates things.
Yeah.
Still, the more that a vine wraps itself around a tree trunk, the more difficult it is to extricate. If you complete this mission for him, it is very unlikely, I think, that he will let this be your last.
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat yourself? My internet's cutting in and out.
What was the last part you heard?
Not
I
sure.
wrote it down.
Sorry.
Tharn is
I wrote it
concerned
down
that
because
Mr. Verm's going to ask you to do more jobs after this.
I'm not sure. Do you think he will?
I think so. Either you will have completed it. I believe he was expecting one of three outcomes. That you would complete the mission unwittingly, in which case he would know that you would be a reliable means to do so in the future, or that you would do so willingly, in which case you would be, first of all, willing, second of all, an accessory, and third of all, potentially amenable to more missions in the future. Only the third, in which you find out the nature of the mission and reject it, is one where he would be unlikely to attempt this in the future. And of course, well, his signature does explain what the consequences would be potentially. So all I ask is that you consider your options carefully, and that when you choose from a place of strength, not a place of fear. And perhaps there's a clever solution be determined that sidesteps most dangerous of the consequences.
And I feel like maybe the people I'm delivering to deserve it in a way. But
It is possible. Go ahead.
But how many people they killed or might kill in the future?
It is always possible for someone to deserve something, and yet bringing that to them may still rest upon your conscience. I believe in the afterlife we will all get what we deserve. But what will we feel? What will rest upon our souls until then?
I'll need time to think about it.
Absolutely. Take as much time as you need. This is something that should be done with as much thought as possible. And I will leave you to it. Lauren will get up and head for the door. Good night, Eowyn.
Good night. Thank you for checking in.
Okay. So, as Islarian comes out of the door, one of the crewmates walks down the hall towards her berth. Where are you going? What are you doing, Islarian?
Just heading straight back to Maya and Ramos' quarters.
Okay. As you go back to your quarters, Ramos is not there. He's on deck, driving the ship. Are you going to go to bed? Are you going to rest?
I'm going to rest for a while and just write down some thoughts in my diary before getting ready to go to bed.
Okay. Awesome. Ayla Taylor. As we pan the camera to you, what are you doing at this moment?
It's been a nice day, other than the encounter with Vagradan. So I've just been kind of sitting out and watching the world go by. So I think I'm going to go down to my quarters and crawl into bed and catch 40 winks.
Understood. And Shakik Al-Nasr, the Aarakocra monk in the Kiki's Nest. Are you ready to go to
Yes.
sleep for the night, or what are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, assuming that there is nothing, I'm pondering a little bit about, my conversation with Covet. Kind of anxious to see if maybe there's something weird going on. And outside of that, taking a look at the horizon. And if everything seems calm, then yeah, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, there's some pretty big waves, but overall, there's nothing eventful happening.
Yeah, then I will call it a night.
Awesome. As night fades upon the ship, the Menegeth's might cuts through the waves into the darkness, illuminated by the moon. Those on watch will see in the distance a ship, illuminated in green on the horizon. It doesn't come close. It keeps its distance, and then after a couple of hours will disappear over the horizon once again.
Is anyone up to see that?
Rolmos
Yeah.
is at least. And I'm assuming that you guys have rotated through your shifts.
Yes. Would Covet have seen that? And if so, would she recognize anything like that from her stories or
Let's roll a
history or anything
perception
like that?
check. Because I want to see how much detail you're able to find.
A 15?
15? Yeah, you're able to see most of it. In fact, we'll go ahead and let you guys take a little peek at the ship. Why don't we? That's fun, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
That's the
Dun,
ship.
dun, dun.
Covet sits there and says, "Well, that's ominous." Would she know anything about that ship? Legends, whatever?
Let's roll your history check.
The only one seeing this though is Covet, right? Or is it
At the
or
moment,
all-
Rolmos would have seen
Yeah.
it as well. He's got pretty
Yeah.
sharp eyes. After all, he picked out a Slarin. So, Covet, what was your history check?
Hold on, I've got one more thing going. Ayla's rolling with me, so that's good. Let's go with Ayla's right now, because I am not even anywhere close with that right now.
All
I'm
right.
just fascinated by the ship. And I start to draw a picture of it in my sketchbook that I always try to keep on hand if there's something that's particularly not allowing me to
All good.
draw from history.
All right. So, I need to pull up the name of the ship. Okay. All right.
So as I draw, I'm like, does this look like the ship over there? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm certain I need to do a performance check, right?
Correct. All right.
And I got 20 for that performance check.
Awesome. Cool. So you're able to depict it very well. And as you show this off, the name Emelian comes to mind. And you remember the ship being the possession and primary form of transport of a Captain Ashlyn Delis. And I'll put her name in chat for you guys here, because this matters. There you go. Ashlyn Delis is a pirate captain. She is a terror, and Rolmos has been keeping that ship on the horizon and away from that ship. The reason she's not getting closer is because Rolmos is very good at navigation, and he is actively avoiding any confrontation. You get that with your passive insight.
That's pretty good for passive insight. Woohoo!
You would have heard many stories of Ashlyn Delis, including the rumor that she is dragon-blooded. There are wanted posters in most major cities for her. I have an image if you guys would like to see Ashlyn Delis. There we go.
Okay, I'm just saying, everybody in like this whole protectorate ocean thing, everybody's hot. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Truly.
came up and your dad in one word goes, hot.
Well, it sounds like Ayla's going to be cosplaying soon. As he starts shopping for a leather jacket.
Yeah, that leather jacket looks like it would be very expensive too, by the way.
For the record, my wife has had this leather jacket before. And yeah, so it's great. My daughter now owns it, which is great.
That's normal.
Problem.
That's
is,
normal. Yes, it is normal. It's called the hand-me-down.
Problem is, where we live, I'd never get a chance to wear it.
Ah. He just has to take you out to a steakhouse. You're good.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So that ship will pass, and you guys can continue your long rest. And wake up the next morning. Go ahead and hit the long rest button as the day dawns once again, but this time with rain. The pitter-patter is not pleasant. You guys are going to be wet and nasty today. The humidity is exceedingly high, and you guys will become bedraggled.
Is that an official state in D&D?
It is not an official state within the rules of D&D. However, in the soon-to-be released, maybe next year, Toyvota Adventures Guide, I do have bedraggled as a condition.
Nice.
Awesome.
Which is gonna
That
be
being
fun.
said, with the environment the way it is, and Cabot waking up to this, she would run up as fast as she could to check on the powder.
Okay. So you go and check on the platter, and you're able to find it. It's still covered, and mostly it's caked up. It's not ready to be ground, but it's caked.
Okay. Not quite enough to put in the envelope, though.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, just checking.
The humidity is too high. If you guys have ever left out flour, it's not ready to be recrumbled until like late the next day.
Okay, so I will wait for later this day.
Got one job on this ship.
Hello? Is it working now?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yep.
Yes,
I,
it is
Yeah.
working.
yeah, I think I can now.
Awesome. Glad you can.
God, the audio keeps cutting in and out for the past like 2 minutes.
I'm sorry.
Hey, guess what, guys? We're bedraggled.
One job on this ship. All right. So as you guys continue your travels northwards, the rain doesn't let up until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. At which point, it's been a miserable day. You're all wet and cold and soggy. And then the sun comes out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
The
And
sun will come out tomorrow.
as it does so, it begins to get hot
And muggy.
and
Gross.
muggy and torturous. Welcome to the wet nastiness of hot life on a ship. Yes, Eowyn.
I want to find Covette to ask to do something.
What's that?
Just regarding the letters.
Okay. Covet? Eowyn approaches
am.
you.
Okay. Hey, Ewan, what's up?
I was wondering if we could take the powder out of the other letter and just deliver them without.
I'm sorry, I'm on my phone, so it's kind
So,
of difficult.
Eowyn
What
has
did you-
asked if you would be willing to take the powder out of the other letter and deliver.
Hold up. They just fell out of Discord again.
Yep. Hopefully they'll be back. They're having issues with their Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'll wait till they come back to give my response. So,
That would be interesting. They'd still get their warning without the death knell.
yeah.
Okay.
Would that still get that? I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if that would still get us the.
Eowyn's back.
Okay, so I did not give my response until you got back. Yes, I can do that. I'm gonna need to go through the whole
Audio's
process
not
again.
working. You're going to have to type.
Yeah. Eowyn's audio is not working at all for some reason.
Oh no. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Great.
I
'Cause
can
I'm
do
gonna-
it quicker than you can, probably. You want me to tell her?
Yeah, if you don't mind dictating for me. I mean, well, typing while I dictate, that'd be great just because of the location, because of the
Sure.
situation I'm in right now.
All right. What do you want me to type? Just go ahead and dictate at speed.
Okay, GM Eric, please type I sure can. I'm just going to need you to mend the envelope and when I'm done. Do you want to read the letters? Do you want to read the other letter first? Since we're doing all this anyway. And
Okay.
type that as you see fit, GM.
There you go. All done. Try to get there fast. I missed it by like 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's good.
Cool. All right. So, as Eowyn reads that in response, hopefully in a moment, Twilight's Call. What would Twilight's Call be doing at the moment? This morning.
Oh God.
Ahem. I need Ayla Taylor to poke Twilight's Call, please. What would Twilight's Call be doing this morning?
Irritating covet.
Understood. How?
Not while I'm doing experiments, please. This is bad.
This is absolutely in character, though, and I love the fact that he understands where we're going with this.
For sure.
How would he irritate Covet? Would he sing? Would he stand looming behind her? Would he check for biscuits?
Wait, he would be a biscuit checker.
Understood.
Oh God.
Covet von Sin, your biscuits are being checked.
What?
I
No eat?
I don't know what to do with this right now.
Understood.
She
No.
no eat, no nothing, just because of things. She's like, stop it, and swats him away.
Okay.
Um,
He will try a second time before retreating.
and again swats him and shoos him away.
He smiles because he's happy.
That tracks too.
That absolutely
Okay.
tracks.
That absolutely tracks. Yeah.
I love how in tune he is with the character.
Oh, they're
Oh
like
guys.
peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Good.
They're like besties. It's kind of scary. Yeah.
Awesome.
Completely scary, but awesome at the same time. That being said, since Eowyn's back and I have shooed Twilight Call away, she takes the envelope and does the same process to this envelope that she did with the other,
Sure.
the exact same way.
Cool. Eowyn, you gonna pull the envelope out? Nope. Eowyn disappeared just now. Goodness. Eowyn's connection's stinking today.
Yeah, it is. But for UGM, it's going to be exactly the same with the wedding of the
Sure.
envelope and everything. So, just to make everything safe, just like the other process that I did. So,
All right. Cool. I have shared the letter 2 with Eowyn when they are back. So, there's Eowyn. Welcome back. The letter number 2 is now available in your journal as well. I hope your audio is working once again.
I don't think it did, but it seems to be working for now at least.
Awesome. Cool. So that second letter is now available for you to read.
when she goes to hand the letter back over to the envelope to Eowyn, she just, when Eowyn puts their grip on it, she holds it and she's like, if there's anything that you feel that you need to talk about, I'm here. And then she lets it go. Still respecting privacy, but knowing that the door is open if necessary. And it broke again. Okay.
Oh, Eowyn's here.
DMD. No, they said that the
Audio's broken.
audio
Audio's
broke again.
Goodness.
Yeah, so if you don't mind
They're reading the
letting them
letter.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't mind letting them know what I just said.
Yep. I will put that in chat here. Is that what you wanted? You want to talk? I'm here, but I
Yeah.
respect your privacy.
Yep, that's good.
Okay. I have learned over the years to try to type exactly what message has been sent, because otherwise my wife gets angry at me. She's like, tell them this. She says it's okay. That's not what I said.
Oh my gosh.
So, Kiki, what would you be doing this morning aboard the ship?
Is everyone on deck right now?
Yes, everyone would be on deck, except for the Fantastic Four, your female crewmates who are up in the rigging, currently resting in the various nets and on the crossbeams, generally having a wonderful day of work.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that, you know, as you're like on day whatever we are at this point at sea, I don't think that there's a lot. I think Kiki is probably going to see if, yeah, I mean, just sort of check in with others and see what they're up to. If he sees Covet, he will definitely check to see if Covet's heard anything.
Okay.
Excuse me. I think it's working now, so I just want to take the opportunity to talk about it.
Sure. What did you want to say?
I appreciate your concern, but I don't wish to endanger Burr. Now, it's the powder's out the letters, right?
Yes.
Out. Put
Endanger me?
the back and
What do you mean
I'll
endanger
deliver
me?
these without it. Whatever you choose to do with the powder is your choice.
Fair enough. But endanger me? Is it because of the House of Flowers, or is there something more? But if you're not comfortable, I understand. I'll just drop it, I guess. Okay. She kind of sighs and turns back to the alchemy. That a little confused and conflicted.
You know that Eowyn's trying to do what they believe is best for you, but at the same time, your curiosity and concern that there may be danger does put you in a weird position, especially with the conversation you've had with Twilight's Call just day before yesterday.
Again, confused and conflicted.
So the question becomes, Covet, as you are placed in a predicament of either realizing that you could be putting yourself in danger by prying, or simply respecting the situation and allowing Eowyn to handle it themselves. Is the unknown enough for you to act? Or will you allow them to handle it?
For now, I'm going to let them handle it. But if she finds, again, with keeping true to herself, if she finds that they're in trouble or in need of help, she will step forward. But she's trying to let them figure it out and grow, because she wants to see what they do with it. She knows that she can't make every decision, but and therefore has to trust everybody to make the decisions that they feel is best for themselves.
Understood. Well, as Eowyn casts mending on the envelopes, they will reseal and look as good as new.
I will wait for the powder to cake, and I will, once it's caked, I plan on putting it in different, in the vial
Sure.
that I have all of it in.
Of
So,
course. What's the worst that could happen?
yep.
So,
Well, it's not like she could dump it overboard or anything. We'd have everything in the sea asleep.
eh, Miss Vonson, as you place this back in the vial, it sits in there like small rocks at the bottom of the glass vial with a cork on it. It's
Well,
safe now.
well, of course. I'm used to having deadly things on me. I mean,
Look at Twilight.
there. A demon possessed dragon, a dragonling, a little, why not this? Well, let's just add to it. Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And she takes candle wax and seals the cork to
Okay.
it,
Cool. Awesome.
but make sure that it remains in rock form because she would like to use that in a Shiza situation if necessary.
Right. When would one of those potentially happen?
Have you met our group?
I have.
I was going to say, we live with that kind of situation, don't we?
Of course you do.
We can be renamed the Oshiza Group.
The Oshiza group, which is
That's a good
interesting because as you guys are sailing
no.
along,
Oh, no.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
I need you guys to please roll for initiative as you are being ambushed this afternoon, sorry. So, we're going to go ahead and
Uh-oh.
pull up the battle map and see
Who
what
do we-
happens. Do you see what's coming? Not yet. Which is so much fun, isn't it? The adventure, the excitement, the mystery of the unknown.
I rolled a 14.
Understood. I will get you added to the initiative here.
I didn't.
Twilight did a 19.
Gotcha.
It's Lauren. Wake up. Where are you at?
Lauren got a 5. Wow. Lauren, thanks. That's not good.
Roller kept her busy.
All right. So we add a turn for Twilight's Call, and Twilight got a 19. Excellent. I'm going to roll my initiative here because it has to happen. After all, what's the fun of not having initiative here? A 17. That's great. Da-da-da.
The ship is so beautiful. I love all the art that you've made for the ship.
I try. I will admit that this is not originally my art, but it has been edited and customized for you guys. So I purchased the
Really
art
nice.
for the ship. I wish I was a great artist that could make ship art because there's a severe lack of good boats for battle maps.
Yeah.
So we're going to add the Fantastic Four and Rolmos on here as well.
Oh, wow. Oh, hold it. That's...
And Ramos gets +4 from being within 10 feet of me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's okay. He only got an 11. Oh, sorry. Yep, an 11. And then the Fantastic Four
Is my Serona part of it too? Wow, that's cool. Or Serona, not my
Yep.
Serona. That's Twilight Serona.
All right, and the Fantastic Four got a 21. However, the first thing that happens is the surprise round because you guys didn't see this coming. And we're going to start by being a little nasty. And we're going to cast Hold Person.
I
4
can't
times.
be surprised.
You can't be surprised? Okay.
I have the alert. I have the alert feed.
Then you cannot be targeted by this. However, the rest of the party could be.
I can be shocked, but
Right.
I cannot be surprised.
So I have a total of 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. So 4d12 to choose targets for Hold Person. All right. So going down the order here, number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Covet von Sin. Nope. Number 8 would be Islarin. Islarin, need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. You're shooting for a DC 12.
I cannot fail that.
Okay. The next person would be over here, one of the Fantastic Four. She rolls her wisdom saving throw.
They're not the wisest.
She's not. I mean, look, she's hanging out with Kiki and partying all night long.
I was trying to yell and let her know that something was coming, but she wasn't listening.
Number 10 would be Twilight's Call. So on the left-hand side of your screen, Twilight, you will see the wisdom saving throws. And do we hold Twilight's Call? With an 11, Twilight's Call is held by the magic. His body seizing at the helm. And then lastly, target number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is Zerona, who is not affected by a hold person. So, that is the surprise round. And we are going to have the entities that are attacking the ship appear for you guys, because it's not fair if I don't do that, right? So, we're going to put them all on the map. Here they are. Bam. Cool. Mr. Al Nazar, what would you like to do as the Sahagwin are attacking?
Have I seen these guys before? I don't think.
Sahagwin. I will put that spelling in chat for you.
Thank you very much.
Great art.
I've got a couple more.
All right.
Let's see. Here's some more art. There you go. And that's a couple pieces for you guys.
All right. So, they're swimming for the ship. They obviously are. They is it obvious that they're looking like they're trying to take over the ship?
They are looking for a fight. Yes. You are prey and resources in their terrain.
Hey, I know you guys think we're prey and resources in your terrain, but
One job on this ship.
I heard that.
I'm gonna fly straight down to this guy right here.
Okay.
Did not mean to like fly on top of him. I think I just lost my token because I think I just put him underneath.
But while I'm there, I'm going to, as a bonus action, I am going to activate my Boots of Speed.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit this guy with my short sword.
Awesome. So we're talking right up here. You will not hit him with your short sword, sir. As I
I'm a
get to
little out
take
of
my
practice.
snipping tool and add this as a screenshot to the Discord. The first combat roll of the day is starting great. As we
Starting
once again
great.
prove it really is us against the gods.
I mean,
All
we're a
right,
little
but hey,
rusty.
it got a little bit better.
Hey, yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Holy
All
crap!
right. All right. I taunt you, and you do this. All right, sir. All right, calm down. Here we go.
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Dude, there we go.
All right, I'm going to assume that hits.
Yes, you will critically strike him. And your
I am
critical-
going.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Your critical strike's going to do 16 damage to him.
Excellent. And we're going to use a key point and try to stun him.
Sweet. His Constitution saving throw results in a 17.
I think I'm still a 16. Yeah, I still got a 16 for a con
Yep.
save.
So Twilight's Call has returned as a player and missed all of the role play that happened while he was gone that he engaged in. So, just for the record, we will quickly do a rundown. Twilight's Call annoyed Covet Von Sin by checking her for biscuits.
That was not
Is
awkward
this
at all.
current condition a charmed condition?
No, you are held.
You were held.
Yep. All right, so Kiki, anything else you'd like to do as you have critically struck this individual?
Now I'm going to fly back to the ship and land here, and just shout to the rest of the group that they're kind of slippery, but you can hit them.
Sweet.
And that is my turn.
Cool. The Fantastic Four, the crew of the Manigaths, might gain their turn, and they are going to quickly get to their posts towards the edge of the ship, sliding down the sides, and the three that are not currently held are going to start attacking to defend the ship. They're going to produce daggers from all over the place. You don't know where they get all of these, but each one of them is going to throw 3 daggers. Starting up here, we're going to throw daggers over there. So 1, 2, 3. And they will hit all 3 times, I believe. Yeah, nope, not the second time. But we will hit 3 times on that one, dealing a total of 10 damage. Over here, our dark-haired vixen will fire the ballista at the front of the ship. And with a 16, will impact this Sahagwin, and we will deal 2d12 damage. For a total of 21. That guy. And lastly, the white-haired beauty will throw 3 daggers. 1, 2, 3. And will hit twice, dealing a total of 8 damage to this Sahagwin. Twilight's Call. You are currently held. At the end of your turn, you may make a wisdom saving throw to attempt to stop being held.
I'm close enough from Miss Lauren to get bonus from her aura.
Negative.
Damn. All right. Wisdom saving throw.
Yes, sir. You are still held, sir.
Okay.
Unless you have something you would like to use, such as inspiration, etc.
I do not have inspiration.
All right. Eowyn, the blue cloak. What would our pyromancer like to do?
Does Serona act?
Serona should act at the end of your turn, so it would act now. So while anyone
Corona
figures
will-
out their action.
Come over here and attack this thing.
And she's flying, correct?
Yeah.
No, Eowyn, you do not need to roll a wisdom saving throw. You are not held.
And we'll make 2 attacks.
Okay. You will rend for 14 damage. And then an additional 12.
And then we'll fly away and does not provoke an opportunity attack.
Understood. Eowyn, what would you like to do? Eowyn's moving up. Awesome. You've only moved 10 feet so far. Well, how far is it up to there? Let's get the measuring tool. 55 feet from you. So, Flame Strike. We're going to use Flame Strike on the ocean. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull up Flame Strike for you here. Because Flame Strike's an awesome spell, and if anyone could speak, they would. They're just having technical issues at the moment. So this is a 10-foot circle. You can technically hit both of these targets over here if you wanted to. So, the two of them are going to make their dexterity saving throws. So we're going to try to do that. The bigger guy's dexterity saving throw comes in there. And the smaller one's dexterity saving throw is there. So a 14 and a 1. So can I get you to roll your Flame Strike damage? As this will be 4d6 fire damage and 4d6 radiant damage. I'm going to change up the combat music today. Alright, so you're going to deal 29 damage to each of them. Awesome. Cool. Anything else, Eowyn? Any more movement? Nope. Okay, end of turn. Alright, it becomes their turns. And we are going to be moving. And we're going to move my little guys first as they move up onto the deck.
Hey, hello.
As they scramble on board, they're not very nice. This guy's going to move 30 feet. This guy will also move 30 feet. And over here, we're moving 30 feet. Cool. So, on the deck, we are going to start stabbing people with spears, claws, and bites. So, these will start off with a bite and claw, bites and spears, I'm sorry. So, over here, this member of the Fantastic Four, who is currently held, is going to be bitten with advantage, a 24 to hit. That will critically strike, dealing 8 damage to her.
Oh no.
And then he will use a spear upon her and miss. Right here we have an attack against Eowyn with a bite against Eowyn. An 18 misses Eowyn, I believe. And then the spear thrust will also miss Eowyn. This guy would have been there and attack the member of the Fantastic Four crew, missing with a 9 and an 8. And right here we have an attack against Kiki with a bite and a spear, both of those missing. Up near the front of the deck we have this individual, and we will bite there and use a spear. A 17 will pierce her, dealing 5 damage to the member of the crew. These guys can't do anything. However, this one can, and we're going to bite and then spear. And both of those hits will hit her, dealing a total of 7 damage to her. And that is the extent of their turn. Miss Von Sin. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not the extent of their turn. I still have some spellcasting I can do. So, my little spellcasters out in the water. We are going to use some spellcasting, and we are going to... Oh, we're going to cast some spiritual weapons. Which is going to be gross. And these are not concentration checks. So we need to roll where these spiritual weapons are going. Who are we going to attack with spiritual weapons? Roll 4d12. All right. 2 of them are going to go after target number 10, which at the moment is this woman over here near the ballista. Apparently they don't like being struck by the ballista. All right, the next would be target number 8, which would be Twilight's Call, who's currently held, which means that if I hit him, it'll be a critical strike. And target number 1 right now would be Kiki. Nope, would be this person here. So we'll have a spiritual weapon there. So, with the spiritual weapons attacking, we are going to roll to hit. And we have +4. So, against the lady... Up here, we miss against Mr. Shakik Al-Nazir. Nope, not Al-Nazir. I'm sorry. That would be against Twilight's Call. Twilight, a 13 or a natural 1. 13 should miss you. All right. And then lastly, the member of the crew near the front at the ballista. 1 and 2. Both of those will hit. And the spiritual weapon is going to deal 1d8. So total of 6 plus 3 each, so that would be 12 damage to her. We are done. Miss Von Sin, I apologize for the delay.
Wow. That I have to follow that. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so I'm going to target that one.
Okay.
Did you see one?
The big guy?
Okay. Yep. And I'm going to cast an empowered hex on him.
Very well.
I'm trying to see how this works here. I don't know why that's weird. Why? Okay, I'm trying to figure out how this works here.
He's hexed.
Yeah, he's hexed, but it's like it's being really stupid. Sorry. Okay, so we'll get to we'll see if I hit it at all. Okay, so for the first one. This is so weird on tablets, let me tell you. So the first one, I'm going to cast an Eldritch Blast. Why aren't you casting?
No.
Hold on just a second. I'm having technical difficulty. Okay, so the hit was 17. With 15 force damage, with 15 damage.
GM Merrick Streamsman.
Yep. So it's 15 damage plus a d6. As I had muted myself because you guys don't want to listen to me crunch water bottles. I have water bottles on my desk because I need to drink a lot of water during sessions, and they're noisy.
What was the empowered hex damage?
3.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 3 for the yeah.
Got it?
For the empowered hex damage. All right, now we say that again.
Empowered hex is 3d6.
Is it 3d6? Okay.
Oh, so I just rolled it once. Okay, so hold on, let me go back and fix
Roll
that.
2 more.
Thank you for catching that. It's weird here on tablet. So we are looking at a total of 8 additional.
Okay. Got it. Anything else?
Yes, I still have 2 Eldritch Blasts to go.
Okay.
First one's a 23.
Okay. How hard?
With 13 force damage.
And the empowered hex for that one? 3d6.
Sorry, it's taking me a moment. That's a 16.
Okay. And one more blast, please.
To hit for 21.
Yes, ma'am.
For 12 with sorry, all the tabs up and down is just weird. Okay, for with 11.
Got it. Cool. As you Eldritch blast him and blast him 3 times, you've dealt a ton of damage to him. Anything else?
Guys, this one's squishy. Get him!
No, he is not concentrating on hold person. My spellcasters are holding on to the hold person. And they're the little guys.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay, so after Covet Von Sin complains about being squishy, we will go to Romos Managath. He looks at Islarin, my lady, and will flip up over the top here and begin stabbing as he brandishes a rapier. 1 and 2. And will hit twice, dealing 16 damage and killing that one.
Yeah, Ramos.
All right. So as it dies, we go to Ayla Taylor. Actually, he would move over here just to make sure. Anyway, Ayla, what would you like to do?
Okay. I'm in a nice, convenient place. I think if
Right?
we're going to attack this fellow. Yeah, right here. I think I'm going to attack this fellow right here that's beating up on one of the Fantastic Four.
Okay,
Got the 2 weapons.
this one down here.
And I'm going
Gotcha.
And I'm going to throw Sacred Flame.
All right. So that's dexterity saving throw for the Sahagwin. I got a 15, which means I will suffer 24 damage and die.
Yay!
Excellent. Anything else, Ayla?
I am going to move up this way just a little bit.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
After Ayla, we go to Islarin Shinozath.
Right. Does it look like the ones that are concentrating are this one in the top right and this one on the bottom left?
Correct.
Okay. All right. I have to plan movement. Okay, it's gonna take 50 feet to get there. Or probably. No, that I'd still have to. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do this turn is I'm gonna Actually, no, I'm just going to go straight for that one. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to dive off the ship.
Okay.
25 and 30. I can't reach that one now, but I can see it. So, you know what? We're going to try out our new toys. I'm going to throw my trident at the spellcaster
Sure.
with disadvantage for the range and having an enemy within 5 feet of me.
Okay.
Um,
And a natural one. Your trident sails down into the waves
All right.
as you've thrown it away.
I tried.
Second attack, I will throw my shield.
Okay.
I need to make sure that the attack. Okay, I don't think I set up the attack correctly in D&D Beyond, but it uses strength or dexterity, normal range, same range. So.
As this is going to be
Just-
yoked.
Exactly. All right, so 1d20 plus lowest 2d20, keep lowest one plus 8. Okay, so that is a 22 to hit.
That will hit
with
her.
Shield.
Yep.
All right, I will deal 1d6 slashing plus to check if improved to divine smite applies to this, because this is it's not a melee weapon strike. So just the 1d6 plus 4 damage, so 7 damage.
7 damage. Awesome. My concentration check, in order to hold on to my whole person, I need to beat a DC 10. I failed. Twilight Call is no longer held.
Sweet. All right, the shield that reappears in my hand instantly, and I will use my bonus action to recall the trident.
Very well. Cool. Mr. Al Nazar, what would you like to do, sir?
Yeah. Let's see. I think I'm gonna attack the one in front of me first.
Okay. The 20, you do strike him, and you're going to deal 18 damage to him.
And use too many of my key points too early. Yeah, let's just go ahead and strike him again.
Sure. And with a 16, you strike him for 14 damage.
All right, then I'm gonna do as my bonus action. I am gonna do an offhanded attack.
And the unarmed strike will also hit and kill him.
All right. Okay, guys, we're back. We're back. That first hit was a.
Okay. Anything else?
Gonna use his movement. To
All right.
go. So he's flying above the side of
Understood.
the ship.
Cool. Then we go to the Fantastic Four. Your crew. This lady will attack the one next to her using a scimitar once, twice, 3 times. And will critically strike, dealing 11 damage. Sorry, no, 15. 15 plus 6 is 21. 21 plus 8 is 29 damage dealt to this Sahagwin right here. Got it? And then this lady here is going to slide away from the ballista to try to stop this guy. 1, 2, 3. And we'll hit for a total of 16 damage on him.
All those are with advantage.
Nope, she's held.
Okay.
Yep. And then this one over here, we're going to attack 1, 2, 3. And we strike one time for 5 damage. We go to Twilight's Call, who's not held at the moment.
Ramos, get your ass up here and take this ship.
He smiles, but you're doing so well, sir.
Twilight will continue to grumble and drive the boat.
Is he going to shoot while driving?
Can he shoot while driving?
I don't know. Can he? Roll your water vehicles check. Can you drive with a foot? Or a hip?
Absolutely.
Yes, he can.
Yes, you can.
Since this one looks to be well in hand, Twilight's going to shoot this one in here.
Okay, I didn't see the second ping. Which one?
The caster, the one that held me.
Understood. Yeah, your pings are blue. I see it now, but your color being blue on water sucks. Just saying. Thank you.
Is that better?
Yes.
All right. So we'll do first shot.
Okay. An 11 will
And-
miss.
Evidently, you can't shoot very well while trying to drive the boat.
Yeah. Anything else, sir?
Second shot.
Okay. $25 will hit, dealing 24 damage to that one. Sweet.
He just needed the first
He's
shot.
going to try out a new toy, and will look at this brand new quiver that he got from the daughter of
From the daughter of
I'm
what?
trying to,
Lotley Nellen.
yes, Lotley, and will cast Swift,
Okay.
and so we'll take 2 additional shots at this thing.
Okay. Okay. So with a 14 against that individual, you will hit her, and you will deal 20 damage to her, killing her.
Yay!
What's the
She will fall below the day. She will follow. She will fall down below the waves. All right. Anything else, sir?
That is action and bonus action, and I'm not moving away from the helm, so I will stay there. However, I will direct my Corona to attack.
Okay.
Just because he said it. Nice and Rona.
Corona.
Anyone get ready for your turn.
With Islarn where she's at, does these come in at advantage?
No, Sarn would need to be over here. So negative.
Oh, I thought it was directly opposite.
No,
with
all
Islarn.
good.
Okay, so 2 attacks.
Sure. An 18 will hit, dealing 11, and a
Yeah,
second
and a
attack will
23.
hit for
Holy shit.
10, dealing 21 total. Got it.
Wow.
Awesome.
Anything
And
else?
then we'll fly back over. this section.
Cool.
Nice.
All
We
right.
got that.
Yes, that's it.
Sweet. Then we go from Twilight's Call to Aowen. Aowen, what would you like to do?
Just in case if you didn't see, AON is typing.
Indeed. Covet, you will be up next after their turn.
For sure.
All right. So what is Eowyn doing here? Strike with a mace. Awesome. At that one. Got it. Right here. Sweet. So you will bludgeon this guy for 14 damage. Big hit. Sweet. Anything else, Eowyn? Any movement? Eowyn is typing some more. What do you have in bonuses? You don't have a bonus action attack, unfortunately.
Special weapon if she wants to.
Spiritual weapon would work if Eowyn has spiritual weapon currently
Prepared.
active, yeah. Which I don't think they do, but I will double check.
That one is always a good one to have active.
It is.
It's a really awesome one.
Indeed.
It really is.
Like, nope.
I've gotten
Does not have
a
it
lot
active.
of damage.
Cool. All right. Then we start pummeling people. All right. So we're going to start with my little guys first. And my little guys are going to start swinging. And we swing first at Eowyn with a bite and a spear. Does a 20 hit you, Eowyn? 20 does not hit Eowyn as they have an AC of 22. This one here attacks the crewmate with a bite and claws and will hit, dealing 5 damage to the crewmate. Then we go to this one, who's going to attempt to bite and claw the held individual with bite and spear. We will fail to strike her. Down here, this guy is going to move up to Ayla. This guy moves into advantage. So we're going to attack Ayla with a bite. An 18 to bite you, Ayla.
Yes.
For 4 piercing damage, and then I miss you the second time. Over here, this crewmate, we are going to bite and spear twice each with advantage. The bite will deal 5. The spear will deal 6. The bite will deal 2, and the spear will deal 3. So that's going to be 7 plus 5 is 12. Sorry, it's 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 plus 5 is 16 damage to her. This guy here is going to attack Rolmos Manigath with the bite and a spear. A 22 does bite a hold of Rolmos as he suffers 4 damage. And that is going to be it for the little guys. The bigger guys now come aboard. This guy here is going to come up. And we need to determine who he's going after. I have 4 targets I can easily get to. 1d4. We are going over here. And he's going to attack her. And he does so with a bite and 2 claws. Bite. No, we're going to use tridents. So she is going to suffer 20 damage from that guy. Over here, this guy is going to attack Islarin because Kiki's flying above him. So with the bite, a 19 to strike you, Islarin misses, I believe.
Yep, that misses.
The 16 and 10 will also miss. This guy will move 30 feet onto the ship. This guy will also move 30 feet to there, where he will also use a bite and 2 trident strikes.
Ooh.
And he's going to hit all 3 times on her, dealing 12. And then 17. Nope, sorry, 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 plus 10. So 28 damage on the critical strike. And then she is going to get killed by the last strike.
Oh shit. I mean, death saving throws.
Nope. She's not a player character. Nice try. Hopefully someone has Revivify.
Terrific grief.
Good thing we've got 2 clerics on board.
Right? Over here, this spellcaster is going to... Oh, yeah, we're going to go ahead and swim forward to here, where she's going to cast Bless. And she's going to bless these 3 guys. This one also moves up 30 feet, so it will be there. And we'll cast Bless on this guy. And the last one swims up 30 feet. It'll cast Bless. And can I reach? I cannot reach them. So we'll only cast Bless on the one guy. Alright. Cool.
Does that mean that the one that was still concentrated on hold
Yep.
person no longer is?
Correct. Alright.
Oh, that's good.
Miss Von Sin.
Okay, so the hex, the empowered hex is still on the big guy, which is who I'm still going to go after.
Yes, ma'am?
So let's do the first Eldritch Blast. That's a 22 to hit with 17 plus.
He's dead.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna switch it over to this guy. I can get it to work. It's not allowing me to ping, so it's the one that's right next to Rolmo.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that one. It's just traveled. The empowered hex has just traveled over to him.
Using your bonus action, yes.
Yeah, using my bonus action. So let's do the Eldritch Blast on that one. 18 to hit
Okay.
for 14 damage. The empowered hat, does that continue on to that?
It
correct?
does. Yep.
All right.
3d6.
Rolling for an additional 7.
Got it?
And then one more time.
Yes, ma'am. Ayla, get ready.
That is a 21 to hit
Yes, ma'am.
with 8 plus additional 8 to 16.
He dies.
Nice.
Awesome. And Covet, you did not consume any souls.
Covet realizes this and just takes a moment for herself and kind of does a little happy dance. Just like a little dance to herself, and Twilight probably is looking at her like she's lost her mind, but that's okay because he's used to it.
Twilight's making sure that there's no shadows being consumed by Covet.
There are none.
Says, and then says, let's go after that one.
Cool. All right. So after Covet does not consume the shadows of her prey, we are going to go to Romos Manigath, who looks at her and salutes before glancing northwards to see Islarin's fine, and will then slide down the rail of his ship to here. He doesn't walk. No. He jumped on the rail and slid down the rail with his boots to where he will then stab once and twice with advantage. Oh no, she's dead at the moment. So straight rolls. as he avenges.
You see Islaren standing there going, yeah, he's mine. Yep.
All right. We then go to Ayla
Outlaws,
Taylor.
come drive your boat.
Okay. The creature here that came up and bugged me,
Yes, ma'am.
he's going to get shoot. I moved things. Hang on. Sacred Flame casting.
Sure. The dexterity saving throw for that comes in is a 13. How much damage does he suffer? He suffers 18 damage, which is what you rolled last time, but that's really good.
That's amazing.
Yep. Yeah, Sacred Flame is actually working.
Yes, it is. And yeah, bonus action. I want to as soon as I get this thing to cut, I hit a wrong button. Hang on, I'm getting it to come back up. What I want to do is cast bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Okay. Awesome. Where would you like it?
I didn't mean to do that. Let's put it over here by this big guy hanging off the railing right above me.
Okay. Understood. Right up here. Gotcha.
Giant chicken leg, turkey leg, whatever it is.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And that attack roll, please.
21.
That will hit him. 6 damage. Got it. Sweet. After Ayla Taylor, any movement? No. Okay. Then we go to Islaren Shonazath, who is swimming with the fishes.
All right. Let's start by moving 30 feet closer to this one. Which one of these do I want to do? Yeah, I think we need to get these things. There's possible 60 feet range for command, so yeah, within 60. Okay, good. All three of the big ones are within 60 feet. So I am going to upcast command to the 3rd level.
Okay.
And command each of the big ones to flee.
Okay. And because they have swim speeds, they can understand you.
Exactly.
All right. So their wisdom saving throws. 1, 2, 3. They will all be forced to flee on their next turn.
The first one might have a chance with bless.
True. We'll see. Roll 1d4. Nope.
Yes. All right.
Nice.
Cool. Anything else?
Let's use a bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on. Let's see which one of these is within range and in the most danger. Still have 60 feet. That one's okay. I'll cast Shield of Faith on this member of the Fantastic Four here.
Okay. Which one? I'm sorry. The one next to you here?
Yeah, the one with
Understood.
3s wagging around her.
Gotcha. Not that she needs it, right? All right. After Islar, we go to Shakik Al Nazir. Kiki, one of your girls is dead.
I know. She's down. I'm going to try to make sure that at least we get a little revenge. I'm going to fly down here to this spellcaster.
Okay.
And we're going to just see if maybe we can make sure that they don't cast any more spells.
Okay. I'm going to remove these guys off the map because they're just getting in the way. They look
Good
like they're
start.
Not, yeah, they look like they're not dead, but they are.
Wow, he got pissed. He's angry. He is
Angry
really angry.
Kiki. Angry bird. All right, so that's going to deal. Let's hear. That's going to be 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus 1 is 15 damage. Awesome.
Right.
wanna know
Even
what
with the
dice
even with the
you
custom
get.
damage, it's 15.
Oh no, you're correct.
Oh, I
I'm
guess it
sorry.
would be.
15 plus 12. So yeah, another 20 damage on there. Understood.
Waters are not green; they're actually quite turbulent.
So
Yeah.
I will not hold on to my concentration spell, even with the concentration saving throw of a DC 18. So bless fades.
Amazing. And then I'm gonna hit that one again.
And she dies.
All right. Next time, leave my friends alone. And I guess there won't be a next time, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Right,
But
she's dead.
you get the idea.
Right.
You get the idea, though. You know what I mean?
Were you planning on resurrecting her so you can kill her again? I mean, really?
Yeah, exactly. What I was thinking.
I had a player in
all
one of
right.
my games, actually, Elena Four-Dragon, who once played a cleric who would kill people and then bring them back and say, now, I'm going to get you to answer my questions, or we're going to do this again.
I feel personally attacked. I really feel personally attacked about that one.
So, yeah.
As a bonus action, I am going to dash using a key point for Step of the Wind. And I'm going to attack this one with an offhand attack. Or sorry, a key fueled attack.
Sure.
Because I'm using a key point.
So we're down here. So the key fueled strike will hit for 18 damage. Excellent. As the air
And that
cooker
is
flies
everything
around.
I can do.
Sweet. It becomes the crewman's turn, the crewwoman's turn. Up here, we're going to go ahead and start swinging, and we're going to swing at the little one first. 1, and that's going to critically strike, dealing 11 damage to that guy and killing him. And then she will attack the larger one there. No, actually, she's not. She's going to step over here. She understands action economy. She's going to swing twice at the other one and critically strike him as well. And she's
pissed off about losing her sister.
right. So that's going to be 12 plus 9 for 21 and kills that one as well. Okay. Now, over here, we are going to swing 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to deal 7 plus 6 is 13. 13 plus 11 is 24. I'm going to shell this guy. Yep. And then 7 damage. Well, this guy died there. She jumps over to here where she will swing for 7 damage on this guy. Got it. Cool. That is them. We go to Twilight's call. What would you like to do, Twilight? As you are currently driving the ship.
Almost get your boat.
I'm working on it, sir. There are things crawling aboard. We cannot have them damaging the rigging.
No, I'm trying to fix that. I can't do that while driving the boat.
He looks at you, but you have a bow and I have a sword.
I will,
He's like, damn it, to make sense.
that will not be publicly acknowledged at all.
For the record, this hurts so much to laugh right now.
Aww.
I will target this one over here,
Okay.
and we'll take a total of 4 shots.
Okay.
That
A
one
10
does
will
not
miss as you nearly shot Romos.
hit. Trying to shoot while driving the boat is difficult.
Is it? Oh, sweet. So you have disadvantage.
Evidently, I don't need disadvantage because I can hit the broadside of a bar.
You will hit for 21 damage, sir.
All right, that's 2, and now the bonus action attacks.
Okay. Oh, no. Driving the boat is hard, isn't it, Twilight? As you will kill the guy with fourth shot. You missed twice.
A 50% attack rating while driving the boat. I think that sounds like disadvantage to me if I ever heard one.
All right. After Twilight's call misses twice, as it has banter with Rolmos Manigath, we go to Eowyn. Eowyn!
This is my Serona. So
She's
Lucy-
Oh, it's my Serona. Okay, yep.
No,
Up here.
Pyro, that's bad. That's bad. Wooden boats.
Yeah, this Serona will come over here and hit this one. Not putting weight on the boat, but still will attack twice.
Sure. Okay. And a 7 will miss.
Trying to swing appropriately through the rigging is difficult.
Right, but she's just imitating Twilight.
Yeah,
Yep. So Serona misses twice.
and will fly away.
Awesome. As she flies away, the big guy takes his opportunity attack because he has reach.
Not provoke, opportunity attacks.
Even against things she didn't attack?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. So then we go to Eowyn, who is standing resolute and cleared of anything currently threatening. We're doing it over here. Understood. We have a fireball going off over here. So only this guy will be affected.
Because a fireball next to a wooden boat is extremely.
And he ducks as the fireball explodes in the air. He still suffers 15 damage, though. Anything else, Eowyn? Nope. Eowyn's typing. Eowyn's having audio problems today. Oh, moving closer. Got it. Cool. Then we go from Eowyn to the baddies. The Sahagwin are reeling from the situation, but we're going to be super nasty, why don't we? We're going to start with the little guys, which I have 2 of right now. Right here, I have this one, who's going to choose between Ayla and the crewmate. 1d2. We take the crewmate. Of course we do. With a bite and a spear, hitting for 5 damage on the crewmate. This one can only attack Rolmos, so we will do so after it moves into a flanking position. So, with advantage, we bite and spear Rolmos. And Rolmos has an AC currently of 16, so will suffer 11 damage. Right. Then we go to my big guys. This one.
They have to flee.
Have to flee. Yep, they have to flee. Eowyn and the crewmate can take opportunity attacks. Yep, the mace, please. As the crewmate does hit for 7. Eowyn hits for 12, showing her how it's done. This one does not provoke opportunity attacks. And this one does provoke opportunity attack from Rolmos. As he flees, Rolmos stabs and strikes true just like Eowyn. Oh, nope, misses. Sorry. All right. That's the big guys. Then I have my casters. And this caster here is going to look up and hiss. And I have 11 targets I can cast this on because she has
I'm
extra
going to counterspell
reach.
whatever it is.
You're going to counterspell the command. All right. Well, the 3rd level command does not go off. Over here, this spellcaster is also going to cast a 3rd level command. And I can reach out to 60 feet from here for this command. So I cannot reach Rolmos. So one. Nope. I can reach Aowen, crewmate. Yep. Aowen, crewmate, and Nayla. So 2 crewmates. So 1d4. 3d4. 3d4. Alright. So. Well, we gotta reroll one of those.
Double
One more
command.
time. There you go. Cool. So the command is going to be approach. And I need the crewmate here to make a saving throw. Wisdom saving throw against approach fails. The second one, let's see here. The second one would be this lady here. So her wisdom saving throw also fails. She will be approaching. And then the last one is Aowen. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. All right. Aowen will also be approaching. Miss Von Sin, what would you like to do?
Do I not have to do it?
It didn't target you.
Nope,
Okay.
didn't target you.
All right. Thank you.
Miss Von Sin.
Okay, so I have the empowered hex still on that same guy that is right next to Ramos. So I am going to do an
Actually,
Eldritch
you
Blast.
do not. You would need to use your bonus action to place it on him because you killed the one that was next to Rolmos.
Oh, so this is the one that was on the other side?
Yes, he moved.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's use the bonus action on him to move that there.
Okay.
So Eldritch Blast. A 14 to hit.
Will hit.
Okay, for 15 plus 9, so 24
dies.
damage.
Yep.
Okay, so with that, she, oh gosh, I'm trying to do this on the tablet. It's hard. Okay, so with that, she runs up to Twilight, which is about 15 feet. I'm going to need you to move it right next to Twilight, and then, no, one more square, so that's 15 feet.
Okay.
She gives him a kiss on the cheek and then comes down to the edge of the ship to right there.
Okay. Moving you.
Yeah, I'm just checking. One more square, please.
Yes,
Over.
ma'am.
I'm just making sure. Yeah, that's right at 30 feet. She's going to move the empowered hex to this dude here.
You already moved it to this guy, so you cannot.
Oh, I still can't. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So she is going to do the 2 additional Eldritch Blasts on him.
Sure.
15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Okay, she's gonna try again.
Sure. As the third blast, emanates
17
outwards.
hit?
The 17 does strike him.
Okay, 17 to hit with 9 damage.
Understood. Got it.
All right. Cool. And that's all I can do, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, good.
Rolmos Benagath looks
And she salutes Rolmos.
cool. Rolmos looks at the situation and is going to run up and shove Twilight over to here as he grabs hold of the wheel. Fine. Finish them off. Ayla.
Okay, Ayla's going to shoot this fella right here next to her and the crewmate.
Okay.
And we're going to throw Sacred Flame.
The Sacred Lane. Awesome. The dexterity saving throws at 18. He suffers 0 damage.
That was good damage roll too.
That was going to kill him.
Rats.
No, Sahagwin.
Yeah.
Thank you for groaning. I appreciate your enthusiasm.
I would just kind of, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to bring my sacred weapon down here behind him.
Okay,
That'll be my bonus.
sure. And the bonus action from the spiritual weapon comes in and swings. Right here. And he will hit, dealing 8 damage. Got it.
Hey.
Sweet. Any running around?
Nope, I'm good.
Cool. Islar and Shonazath.
I am laser focused on getting this caster out, so I'm going to move 30 feet toward it. I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to drop Shield of Faith so I can cast Branding Smite,
Okay,
because Branding Smite does not require that I use a melee weapon.
cool.
So I'll use my first attack to throw my shield at the caster.
Cool.
So that's 8.
Disaster, disaster.
A dirty 20 to hit.
You will hit.
All right. 1d6 for the damage plus 4 plus. I'm ready. I'll just roll the brand smite separately. So that's 5 plus. Wow. Snake
7
eyes.
damage.
Jesus.
That was really bad.
Right. That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is
I have
minimum
not
damage
used
on
that.
that attack.
Yeah. I have not used branding
2d6,
smite
2.
before. I'm clearly out of practice.
2d6 got a 2.
Yeah.
Along with 1d6 on the actual damage while getting a 1 there. So
Yep,
like literally.
yep.
It can't become invisible in case that's relevant at all.
Okay.
But with but the shield will fly back to my hand, and with my second attack, I will throw my trident.
Okay. And you will strike her and kill her.
There you go.
Sweet. I'll have to use my bonus action on my next turn to recover that.
All right. Bless goes away.
That's it.
Sweet. Mr. El Nazar.
All right, buddy. Looks like all your friends are dead. Maybe you should get out of here.
They don't understand you. And you will strike, dealing 34 damage so far. And killing her.
Is she dead?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you didn't understand me. Maybe you could have gotten out of here, but too late now. And these are the big ones are fleeing, right?
Yes.
So I see them moving away.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to assume one of these. I'm going to assume one of the casters has them, and I am going to fly up onto the ship to here.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my offhanded attack to attack this one.
Okay. If you had been here, you would get advantage. Doesn't matter. You'll hit regardless. And you'll deal 12 damage and kill him.
All right. That is Kiki's action, bonus action, and movement.
Sweet. It becomes the Fantastic Four's turn. Up here, this lady is going to use an action to reload the ballista. Her friend is going to move to here. No, we'll just jump it. We'll just go up and over. And from there, we will fire the ballista at this guy. Because why the heck not, right? A 10 will miss. This
We
one.
need some practice on that one.
Yep, that one's going to throw 3 daggers.
One has to forget and re-engage.
And we'll hit dealing, let's see here, that's going to be 11 plus 7, 18 damage up there. Cool. Then we go to Twilight's Call.
Twilight will run, jump, and get and mount Serana.
Okay.
So Rona.
Absolutely. And will fly out and take a whole bunch of shots at this dude.
Okay.
So, like,
Will hit, dealing 19 damage. Another 19 damage for 38.
great.
And then you will kill him.
And then we'll lie down. That's supposed to be fun. And shoot this one here
Okay.
for the last shot.
Sure. You're hitting for 19. Consistency is cool, guys.
It's so much easier to shoot things when I'm not trying to drive the boat simultaneously.
Apparently.
Then perhaps you should get better at it.
Your boat.
Hence
Yeah.
why I'm better at it.
I know in combat. I was meant to fight.
All right. After Twilight's Call gets roasted by Rolmos, we go to Aowen.
I really see them becoming best friends, like in the long run. I'm just saying.
Just give it some time. Just give it time.
Yes.
That's endgame.
Aowen could also
endgame.
roast Twilight if they chose.
Fair.
Yes, you can move. Not that far, though. That's 40 feet. You could dash there and be ready for next turn if you want to catch Revivify in your next turn. Did you want to dash over there? Okay, cool. We'll move over there. Gotcha. Cool. Anything else, Aowen? You have a bonus action left. All right. Nope. In turn. Okay. On their turn, the remaining two will submerge and flee. Because
Probably a
you
good
guys
idea.
easily have this in hand. And so as they retreat, Aowen on their next turn will be able to cast Revivify and return to life the member of the Fantastic Four who died. You again have all four crewwomen available. She only has 1 health though until you guys take a rest. So that's where we're going to end for today, as you guys will recover from your fight with a short rest minimum. So go ahead and hit the short rest button.
As you hear Covet say, I didn't eat anyone! Over the top of everything.
No, that's later.
Him. So as the Manageth's might sails northwards towards Kesu, we'll come back next week and determine why it truly is us against the gods.